What the? Where? There we go. There we go. I was trying to find a setting. There we go. And now we live. Well, we've been live, but now I'm ready. It's dark already. Shit. Let me see. It's been raining. Damn. It's been raining. I think that's okay. But yeah, it was raining here. I mean, it was hot earlier and then it started raining. And that's what we got going on now. Raining. It came down pretty good too. And it's already dark. It's only 8 o'clock. We are coming up on that time of the year again. Aren't you excited? When it starts getting dark at like 4:30 in the afternoon. Why is that even a thing? Like, what's the purpose of that? Do anybody know the purpose of that? What's up, Jonathan? My thoughts on juicing. I don't know if you're gonna want to hear this, but you asked. Uh, Now, before I tell you where I'm at now, uh, I use juicing a lot. During my transitioning, and it was very instrumental, I believe, in helping me get to this point where I'm at now. Because juicing, I would use juicing a lot when I didn't want to eat fruit. I would make some juice and it would keep me on the fruit. You know what I mean? So, I wouldn't tell anybody not to juice. But the truth about juicing is it's unnatural. Right? And it is a unnatural way to consume fruit because we should be eating what nature provided exactly how it provided it to us. And when you juice fruits, you're not consuming the whole fruit. And, nature gave us the whole fruit for a reason. You need all of that. Like, there are no disposable parts of the fruit. There are no unnecessary parts of the fruit, you know. And to get the perfect food, you need to consume the whole fruit. And, when you juice, you have what we call pulp that's discarded and we throw it away, or whatever we do. Like, we're not eating it. You know what I mean? So you're losing a lot of nutrients doing it that way. Um, so yeah, now that's the truth about it. And that's the reason, I stopped juicing. That's the whole reason I stopped juicing. You know. So yeah, that's what it is. What's up, Brian? Welcome, brother. Welcome. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thanks for sharing that. For y'all who are on, other platforms and can't see what he said, can I pin this? I don't even know if I could pin this. I could put him in a timeout, but I have no option to pin the comment. I thought I could pin the comments before. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey, I appreciate again, Brian. I appreciate you for sharing that, brother. And that's just really, really great to hear. It's really great to hear. Like when I was made aware of fire being poisonous, like that shit kind of like blew my mind a little bit. I stopped having bonfires and everything. And I had stopped before I understood that. But I mean, just standing around a fire, you know, I mean, if the smoke blow your direction, it's gonna burn your eyes. You know what I mean? You can't get too close to it. You won't be able to breathe around it. And just one day, like not that long ago, I just decided to look it up. Or I could say I was inspired to look it up. Like actually look it up and go into detail about it. And yeah, fire is poisonous. It has a lot of, toxic chemicals in it. That's why you can't breathe around it. That's why you can't get too close to it. And if you use it for heat, you have to have some type of way to vent it. Just because me, just from hiking in the winter, I would set up a fire to warm up. And, you got to get close to the fire. And I'm trying to like warm my socks up, warm my boots up, like I'm walking through snow. And in order to get close enough, like trying to get close enough to heat my boots up and heat my socks up, I would burn them because I was too close. But if I go back further, it's not going to do any good. Right? So that was a very interesting thing that I was made aware of. How you doing, She Loves Cam? Chast Chastery. I mean, that's really that's still pretty irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? That's still, I mean, it's still unnatural. And the dehydrated, like food is not dehydrated, right? So dehydrating what you eat is also unnatural. And so you just add unnatural to unnatural. That doesn't make it natural. Um, Hey, I know how to do it now. Okay. How do you help someone heal diabetes by eating fruit when they think they aren't allowed to consume it without it being dangerous? That's a tough one. I mean, you have to change the person's way of thinking. The only way to do that is you have to give them the truth. Now, so from there, are you in a position to give them the truth? That's the only thing that could, but see, even with that, the thing about most people in society is they give immediate respect to anyone with a title. If they got a title, they don't need to know anything else. You know what I mean? And so anyone with a doctor in front of their name, most people are going to just automatically trust them. Not a natural doctor, but you have to be part of the system, part of the sick care system. You have to be in a hospital, like a clinic, like something like that, not independent on your own, doing your own thing. So you have to overcome that. And that could be tough. So then you have to share with them truths about quacks, like, and are you in a place to do that? Like on the live last night, I was talking about one of the things I talked about was, and I pulled this up online, a 2016 study was showing how medical error is the third leading cause of death in the United States. Responsible for over 251,000 or 250,000 deaths per year. So these are the kinds of truths that, could help a person, overcome the deception, of placing so much trust in a person just because they got a title. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you have to dig up the dirt on the sick care system and present it to her. And that's your only hope of getting her to take her faith out of that system and out of those people. And then you have to present to her truth about fruit. And also present to her the truth about the real cause of diabetes. The real cause, like the most significant cause of diabetes. Diabetes is a fat disease. And I'm not talking about like fat, like you being overweight fat. Although that definitely increases a person's chances of developing diabetes. I'm talking about consuming saturated fats, animal fats. It's like the number one cause of diabetes. People think it's sugar. Sugar is an indirect cause of diabetes. Sugar is the result of diabetes, like sugar being in your blood. That's basically what diabetes is. But how does the sugar end up in the blood instead of the cells? The fats. You eat so many fats, you overdo it, they coat the cells, the sugars can't get in the cells, they just float around in the blood. Diabetes, high blood sugar. Right? So that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Now, and then she got to be willing to listen to you. So, how you doing, Rose? Oh yeah, I'm hip. Chastry, I'm hip. I'm hip. I know people don't always throw it out. Shoot, shoot, shoot. What's up, LaShawn? Welcome, welcome. You welcome, Miranda. My thoughts on fruit smoothies. A fruit smoothie is more, when you make a smoothie, at least you're getting the whole fruit. You're consuming the entire fruit. You know what I mean? So people, they have different reasons for doing things. I don't even think I've ever made, maybe like once or twice I've made a smoothie myself. I used to buy them, and they're okay. Like I like them. I never drank many smoothies though. But yeah, like you put fruit in a blender and you blend it all up, you know. Of course it depends on how you're making the smoothie. But yeah, at least you're consuming the whole fruit. Me, I feel better. Like I have peace just staying away from all of it. But that's just where I'm at in my journey. Like I said earlier, I wasn't always there. Like this is actually a new place for me to be. Right. So, yeah. Hey, if it helps to keep you on fruit, if it helps to keep you from eating the rotting flesh of what used to be an animal, eating off of dead bodies, if it keeps you from eating the chemicals, the poisons, the standard American diet, the drugs, and it's fruit, I mean, shit, I would do it. I did it. You know what I mean? I did it for those very reasons a lot of times. Yeah, you're right, Chastery. A hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. And that's a process. And that process can take years. You know what I mean? That process could take years. It usually does take years. And so that's yeah, that's a lot of work there. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, brother? Hey, here you go, Miranda. If you still here, that may be helpful. That brother just healed himself. No doctors needed. Just and see that again, like that's the most important part of reversing any disease. The most important part is what you stop eating. Because it's not the things that you're not eating that's responsible for the disease. It's the things that you are eating that's responsible for the disease. So you first, like, you need to stop eating that shit. Like, you need to find out what it is. Like, no question, it's something standard American diet. Like, that whole standard American, that whole way of eating is unnatural. It's all toxic. Nothing in the standard American diet is food. It's all addictive, on purpose. It's full of drugs. Like sugar is a drug, salt is a drug, dairy, all the dairy shit is a drug. It's full of fucking drugs. The starches, fats, like it's all completely unnatural. It's all man-made. It's not food. Like it literally don't make any fucking sense to eat the standard American diet. It just don't. When you know what it is, it just don't. The only way you could eat that shit is if you're deceived. It's the only way. Unless you're just eating it and you're, going through a transition. Like you're on that journey. You know what I mean? But I mean, shit. And then if you're on that journey and if you're like aware of how toxic and deadly and addictive the standard American diet is, then it'll be pretty tough to eat it and enjoy it when you do. You know what I mean? Like, because the more you know. You know what I mean? Like, I know too much to eat that shit now. You know, and people that eat it and love it and enjoy it, they're just like really ignorant of it. They have no idea what they're eating, and a lot of times people don't want to know. That's what I've been seeing. People don't want to know. Like, the addiction is so strong, they don't want to know the truth. They want to stay where they at. They're happy. So I cared about my health too much, man. Like I think long term, and once I learned, or once I was made aware of the truth that you don't ever have to be sick, I started fighting for that. I was like, I want that. You don't ever have to go to a hospital. You don't ever have to have a disease. Some of these statistics are like insane. You know, and as far as the percentage of men, like in my generation, you know, that are likely to come down with certain conditions, you know, that shit is insane. Like that's nothing to look forward to. And to find out, to know that I could do something about it, I'm like, oh, I'm on that. I'm on that. Life is no good, if you don't have quality of life. Like people that try to discount, this type of lifestyle, discredit it, right? Like they often say, especially like if they got a relative that lived 80, 90, 100 years, they always want to bring them up. My grandma lived to 95 years old and she ate whatever she wanted. But they never talk about the health of that person. Let's talk about their health. When you ask them about their health, they get quiet. I was literally just on a post and just watching it unfold. And I wanted to jump in and say something to the dude so bad. But I was like, this ain't none of my business. This ain't even my post. I'm just gonna leave it alone. But I wanted too bad. I just wanted to jump in. Answer the fucking question. That's what I wanted to say. I think I typed it out and then deleted it. Because he got quiet after that. Motherfucker, you saw what she said. Answer it. How many drugs is she taking? You know what I mean? How often do she go to the doctor every week? They always leave that part out. Like, all life is good life. All life is not good life. And if you don't have your health, you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts on breatharians. That shit don't make no sense to me. And I've never, like, nobody's ever been able to answer my question, I don't see how that's natural. And that's something that we should be striving for. It's like, what do we have a digestive system for if we're not even supposed to eat? Like that don't even make no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, what do we have this whole digestive system for if we're not supposed to eat? Why are there like over 80,000 different types of fruits worldwide, with each fruit having subcategories of fruit, varieties within the variety? For example, apples are included in the 80,000, but then there's approximately, like I've seen different estimates, but the highest estimate I've seen said there were more than 30,000 different varieties of apples worldwide. That's just apples. I believe there's like over 10,000 different varieties of bananas. There's over 100 different types of durian. Every fruit you go to, there's like over 1,200 different types of watermelon. You know what I mean? Every fruit you go to, there isn't just one. There isn't just one of anything. So if you factor in all of that into the 8, like add all that to the 80,000, why are all those fruits here? You know, they're not here for the other animals, because other animals don't eat fruit like that. You know, so that don't make any sense either. You know, it's like those are the two things about that lifestyle that don't make sense to me. And so yeah, those would be like the two questions I would have, and you know, that I would want someone to answer. Hey, what's up, Michael? Thanks, brother. And welcome from Ireland. What's up, Derek? How you doing, brother? Did you get a chance to look at the book yet? What's good, King Arthur? Yeah, I see you switched up, Dylan. So you must have missed when I talked about juicing, because so I'll answer, but I'm gonna keep it quick this time. You already know the answer. You already know the answer to that, right? Because you know, when you're juicing, you're throwing away part of the fruit. And the part of the fruit that's being thrown away is not nutritionless. You know, it's not unnecessary. It's not like an unnecessary part of the fruit. You know, that pulp is not waste, or it wasn't waste when it was part of the fruit. You know, it was part of the fruit, and it was part of the fruit that we were supposed to consume. We were supposed to consume the whole fruit, just how nature gave it to us. You know, so to take away something that nature gave and say, yeah, I don't want all that though, I'm just going to eat this. You're not smarter than nature. Or if you want to use God there, you know, you're not smarter than God. You know, that's how, you know, God gave it to you like that. And so you're going to take shit out, throw it away, and yeah, I'm just going to drink the juice, you know. And then, I mean, you know, like this is like a really easy way to gauge things like that. If you need a fucking machine to make it, if you need a machine, then it's unnatural. It's just unnatural. You know, and if you can come up with an exception to that, you know, I'm all ears. But, you know, I mean, if we were, say, back living in our natural state, say like we were back in paradise, in the garden, where the fuck are you gonna plug up a juicer at? You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know, the way nature provides our food for us, there's nothing for us to do but eat and enjoy. Nature has done all the work for us. Like it literally doesn't get any better than that. Nature has done everything. It's like nature's, I got y'all. I got y'all covered. We'll put together something just real nice for y'all. Y'all gonna love it. You know, and then it presents it to us. You know, there's nothing else to do but to eat and enjoy. So, have I visited any farms? I have. Not this year. Last year. Um, I know where they at though. You know, a matter of fact, you know, like if you go on Facebook Marketplace, it's this will probably be true for where you live at too. Because on Facebook Marketplace, I found a surprising number of people in my area that sell fruit, that grows the fruit themselves on their land and sells it. I found so many people selling watermelon, you know what I mean? Other fruits, all kind of fruits. Like when I first saw that, like I was like really thinking about ending my watermelon journey. Because there was so many places, and I just started following them all. You know, like right here, locally. Like some of them, it's a little drive, maybe like 30, 45 minutes, some places. But I'm good with that. Like hella places, like farms. These are just private individuals that have fruit for sale that they grew on their property. So if you go on Facebook Marketplace, there's a really good chance that you can find that. I probably found about seven, I'll say between 5 and 7 different people selling fruit. So when this watermelon is over, if I'm still able to get fruit from any of them, if it's not too late in the year, then I'm definitely gonna be hitting some of them places up, because I would do that in a heartbeat before going to a store and buying fruit out of a store. Now in the winter, I'm gonna have to do that because nothing's growing in the winter, and in order for us to have fruit, you have to bring in fruits from other states and other countries. So, but yep. What's good, MJ? No, Derek, that's not how it works, brother. It's an ebook. So I'll look you what shit. Are you on Facebook or IG? I'll just look. All the new emails I have, I'll send. Now if you bought it, okay, so and you said you just bought it. Okay, so you just bought it this morning. I'll find you. I'll send it to you. But it's an ebook. I'm not doing any mailing. What's good, Philip? Jasmine, I don't know anything about fibrin. I don't know anything about that. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I don't know. Like, sometimes I just be wondering, like, how do you even know that exists? Like, really, like, how do you even know that that's a thing? Because somebody said it. Have you ever seen it? Like, and can you prove that that's fibrin if you saw it? You know what I mean? So, like, those be the types of thoughts I have when I hear about things like that. I don't know anything about that, and I'm not even gonna act like I do. My approach is just eat fruit. All that technical scientific shit, I'm not even interested in knowing. Damn, I didn't. Wow. Wow. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? How you doing, Philip? So, yep, while we got like a little break, I'm gonna hop in real quick, tell y'all about this interview. You may have seen it, you may have not seen it, but this Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, I'm doing my first ever interview, and I'm not planning on like interviewing people regularly. Like, I'm not trying to get into doing that. But this person, excuse me, she's actually a client of mine. She didn't just become a client of mine, but we just had our first session. Like, she signed up a while ago, and we just had our first session, I believe, last week. And her story, was just really inspiring and relatable. And like, she's achieved, like, tremendous success. And she's living in London right now. I believe she's from Atlanta, though. Multi-talented, like super talented, and so many, like, just, I don't know, like, I find her impressive, you know. Um, so her name is Dr. Shay Marshall, and I'm gonna be interviewing her Monday. I was like, just listening to her talk, I was like, I feel like people could benefit from hearing what she got to say, and just kind of like give her the floor mostly. And so yeah, she got a couple books out. Flush the Junk, which is a comprehensive guide on enemas and something else. And the other book, The 3F Effect. So let me see if I remember: fasting, fruit, and I don't remember the third F. She'll tell you though. She'll tell you all about it. But yeah, she's also a wellness coach. I mean, she wears a lot of hats. She got her hands in a lot of things, you know. So yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a really great interview coming up. Something fucking bit me on the shoulder. I was wondering, why is my shoulder itching so much? Something fucking bit me. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a really great interview just based on our coaching session. And then I talked to her today also. And her energy is just is great. So if you tune in, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. What up, Stony? Do I refrigerate? Sometimes. I don't leave my refrigerator plugged up though. I don't like cold watermelon, but I don't like it hot either. So it depends on the weather. Like, if it's hot, like how it was earlier, and I don't use the air conditioner. So if it's hot outside, it's just hot in the house. I have central air, but I don't use it. You know, um, and so yeah, so I'll plug the fridge in just to keep my watermelon from cooking, because warm watermelon are nasty to me. They nasty, you know. And cold watermelon, like, it's just not enjoyable, because, like, if it's too cold. So I just like it, just, I don't know, like, what the room temperature would be, but probably if you think of room temperature, like, what comes to mind? We're probably on the same page with that. So yeah, I like it like somewhere right about there, maybe a slight chill. A slight chill. H3O2, well, I do. I mean, I can't prove it, but I mean, really, like, what can you prove when it comes to, any of this shit? I mean, as far as what's in these things that we eat, you know. Um, but I've read quite a few things on it. And what I do know is fruit does not contain H2O. I know that. So despite what most people think, that fruit has water, fruit does not contain H2O. So, and I've also read that our bodies are not made of H2O, but H3O2. And it just makes sense. I've also read that water is not even usable by the body. That water, the body has to try to convert H2O over to H3O2 in order to use it, which makes sense why water doesn't hydrate the body, but fruit does. So that's some of the things that I've compiled about water and H3O2. And I've heard other people talk about H3O2, like reputable people, in the community, very reputable people, more reputable than me, or I'll say more known than me, definitely more known than me, talk about it. And, so I roll with it. Whatever it is, like I said, I know it's not H2O. That I know. So, no, I don't. No, Kali don't count to me. Like, no disrespect to him, but Kali, he's learning and he repeats what he hears other people say, which is what most people do. But Kali is not, a person like like a Yaki, for example. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to, say anything negative about the brother, but personally, I personally wouldn't view him as a credible source. Hey, that's a good point, Frank. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know you could die from drinking too much water. I made a video about this. It's called Water. Hold on, let me look that up. It's called water intoxication or water toxicity. It's also known as hyperhydration, water toxemia, and this other one, hyponatremia. This condition occurs when the body's electrolyte balance is disrupted by drinking too much water, causing water to move into cells, including brain cells. This can lead to a potentially fatal disturbance in brain function. So yeah, in fact, there are documented cases of people dying simply from drinking too much water. Right? And so I read somewhere that I read about 11 people last I was looking into it. Like at one point, I was looking into it pretty heavy, you know. So yeah, that's an excellent point. You can die from drinking too much water. You can't die from drinking too much H3O2. You know, if you could, I'd be dead because I'm only eating watermelon, and I eat watermelon like all day. Like I'm always eating watermelon. I'm always eating watermelon. You know, and if you, I don't know, like if you really caught what I just said, but drinking too much water causes water to move into the cells, meaning water is not supposed to go into the cells, but H3O2 does. Or what they say, I don't know, I don't like using this word. I don't like using this word. But yeah, I'm not even gonna say it because I don't really know how to say it. And I don't like using this word because it causes confusion because people already think that fruit has sugar, and fruit does not contain sugar either. You know, so I gotta find a different way to say it. I don't even like saying that just because of like how people already understand sugar, especially with fruit. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. Yeah, and you know what? I used to rock with Kali. I used to rock with him, and then I used to follow him and all that. We were friends on Facebook and all that, and the way he moves. Okay, so you got to understand that Kali's business is social media. His business is social media, and he's very successful. Like he knows social media, and he knows how to go viral. He knows how to get people's attention. You know what I mean? He knows how to get views, likes, all that. He knows how to make money online. Like he know that game very well. And that, from what I seen, that's more of a priority. So it was just things that, say for example, I don't follow people that eat things other than fruit. And Kali had started off like, and he's still on it. He's still doing it. But I'm watching, I'm following him, he doing the fruit thing, fucking crushing it. And then I start seeing videos, and this is, this is his business. But it was eating other things, and it's like things that I just can't watch it. You know what I mean? I can't watch it. Things that I used to love to eat. And, I start seeing more and more things that I couldn't watch from him, because, it's he's definitely on a health journey, but he's also on a get money journey too. And yeah, so it was just some shit that I just couldn't rock with. I'll just say it like that. As far as and I didn't understand it. It was some things I just didn't understand either. So I just fell back. I don't have nothing negative to say about the brother. What's up, Jamia? Yeah, I actually did I did an interview with him once. I believe I did a one-on-one with him, and then we had a setup. Me, him, and Bobby Smith were on a live together, but I was having hella like complications with my I don't know, my audio. It was so it didn't that one didn't work out. Hell no. I would never grill a watermelon. Like, hell no. Yeah, you know what? When you eat fruit, there's no need to drink water. Or a better way to say it is when you eat the way you're supposed to eat, there is absolutely no need to drink water. This is how I know. Like, fuck what the books say, fuck what the expert, fuck what everybody's saying. From my personal experience, I know when you eat the way you're supposed to eat, there is no desire to drink water. None. There's no need for it. You know, people drink water when they're not eating the way they're supposed to eat. When you eating things that dehydrate you, like everything in this, you know, one of the the superpowers of fruit that makes fruit just really unique is it hydrates you as you eat it. And your food is supposed to hydrate you. It's like an all-in-one, like a one-stop shop. You get everything you need. You get the energy, the hydration, you know, you get the accelerated detoxification, you know what I'm saying? You get the energy, you know what I'm saying, the cleansing. It's all in one. You get all the nutrients, you get everything. There's nothing missing. There's nothing missing. So, you know, that's one of the things that really sealed the deal for me. Just just my experience, you know, and just what I've learned from my experience. And then everything I've learned from what other people have said, which the truth, you really got to dig for these truths about water because they're not right on the surface. Like if you go on Google and you say you just researching it, you have to know what questions to ask. Because if you're not asking specific questions, then you're not going to get these truths. So you have to ask specific questions, you know. And so yeah. So yeah, that's right, Philip. That's right. When you eat the way you're supposed to eat, there's no need for water. It's unnecessary. Like you don't get thirsty. I don't get thirsty. Maybe in the morning, which I'm not feeling thirsty in the morning, but I'm saying maybe in the morning, you know, I'm dehydrated. You know, I don't wake up in the morning feeling thirsty, but I'm just, you know, but yeah. But even if I was eating the standard American diet, knowing what I know now, I would drink juice. I would make my own fruit juice instead of drink water. I mean, it's pointless to drink it. I mean, unless you know, if you're, you know, using it for herbs or something like that, you know, if you're taking some herbs and you need to make tea, you know, something like that, maybe. How you doing, Yolette? Costa. I remembered your name. What's up, my brother? What's up, Ashleah? How are y'all doing? Caffeine. Caffeine is a drug. Do you need to say any more? I'm gonna that's what I know about caffeine off the top of my head. It's a psychoactive drug. So boom. So regular use of caffeine can cause sleeping problems, the thinning of bones and fractures, more anxiety, and stomach acidity. It can also increase blood pressure. And if you have high blood pressure already, it can make it worse. It can also cause nervousness, restlessness, nausea, increased heart rate, headaches, chest pains. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. It's a stimulant, you know. So caffeine is considered a psychoactive drug and is the most widely consumed psychoactive drug in the world because it's legal. Unlike most other psychoactive substances that are illegal, caffeine is legal and largely unregulated in almost every part of the world, meaning people just be doing whatever the fuck with caffeine, or you know, wherever that's coming from. So, you know, caffeine is a drug that stimulates your brain and nervous system. So, you know, that's the short of it from me, and then, you know, more in depth on caffeine. I have no idea how many melons I go through in a week. Like, I never count, and it varies, you know, just depending on the size of the watermelon. So, you know, earlier this year, I was getting my watermelons from the store, and they were much bigger than the ones I'm getting now. You know, and now, uh, for I believe this is my second time, I believe. But since I ran back into my plug, I've been getting watermelons from him. And, you know, his watermelons are smaller, but it's because they're, well, no. He got the other ones, but it's like that's what people want more. And so if I don't catch him early, like today, I got a Niagara watermelon from him, and it was only one left because he had sold all the rest of them. So like the bigger watermelons, they go first. You know, I was going for the black diamonds, right? And the Niagara, because the Niagara might taste better than a black diamond. But so, and then I've been getting yellows too, and the yellows are only like that big. You know, like I cut open a yellow, I eat that whole thing at one time. You know, so, you know, it varies, bro. It varies. Hey, salute, Frank. That's what's up, my brother. Congratulations. Let me hop on Instagram real quick, see if anything going on over here, and there's nothing. So let me get back over here. But yeah, congratulations, brother. You fucking winning. And see how the very thing you're saying there, like when you got to the part, I feel good. That's how I felt, like really quick into my first year of fruit. And I used to ask myself a lot because like I didn't have intentions on eating just fruit, but I would ask myself, like I would notice like how good I feel. Like, man, I feel good. Like this is different, and then it's like, okay, so why would you stop eating fruit? Because nothing else you've ever eaten has made you feel like this. So why would you go back to any of it? A salad has never made me feel like that. Eating the flesh off of dead bodies has never made me feel like that. All of the shit, like all of the junk that I just loved the taste of and, gave me a hit of dopamine and just made me feel good, never made me feel like fruit because it's a different type of feel good. The feel good you get from the standard American diet is drug related. It's drug related. You're getting a rush of dopamine. What's that? There's another, I think it's serotonin, whatever that other one is, but primarily dopamine. It's a high. That's what it is. It's a high. These are drugs, right? But what you get, the feel good from fruit is different because it's not like getting you high. It's just different. I don't know how to explain it, but the difference is noticeable and it feels better. And it feels so much better that I prefer that over the standard American diet. And so I would just ask myself, well, why stop eating fruit? You know what I mean? Like, why? You don't want to feel like this all the time? Like, you want to feel less than this? Like, you don't want to feel amazing. You just want to feel okay sometimes? You know what I mean? And it's like, no. I want to feel like this all the time if I can. Right? And plus, just knowing that not even like then, I don't even think I knew that fruit was our species specific food. But I knew that it was the best thing on the planet that we could eat. I knew that. And so, another question I would ask myself is, so you don't want to eat the best all the time? So you want to eat the best sometime, but then other times you want to settle for less? Other times you can have the best, but you would choose less. Like you would consciously, purposely choose to put less than the best in your body when you could be putting the best of the best in your body. And, just having these conversations with myself, like, that shit just don't make no sense. And I, at the time, I didn't like that was those were such great points, because I couldn't, like, there's no counter for neither one of those. Like, I was stuck. Like, my back was up against the wall. I was in the corner. Like, there was nothing that could be said to counter that. And so I'm like, shit, it don't make no sense to eat anything else. And I really tried hard to find something else that made sense. And there's just nothing. Nothing else makes sense. Not when being compared to fruit. And so if anything else does make sense, you're either ignorant on fruit or those are addictions speaking. It's one of those two things. And especially when if you factor in all the diseases that everything in the standard American diet is linked to, all these man-made products are linked to, even things like salad dressings and the so-called healthy stuff. Like, when you start looking at the ingredients, it's just a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You read in the back of something that you thinking about buying to eat, put in your body, and you just looking and you just got a whole lot of what the fuck is this questions as you read those ingredients. Like, you know what? I don't even need to know what it is. I know what it's not. I know that shit didn't grow in nature. I know that. I don't need to know anything else. That shit is not real. It's fake. It's artificial. Right? So, yeah. Eddie G, what's up, my brother? B12. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on B12. I don't get into all of that. I just, for me, it was a matter of what am I supposed to eat as a human being? What am I supposed to eat? Once I knew the truth about what I'm supposed to eat, and I proved it to myself, just to the degree that no one could counter it. Not even me. And I'm good at countering shit. I couldn't count. Once I, proved it to myself to that degree, looking at it from every possible angle, and it's like, yeah, this is the truth right here. That's all I need to know. Just like every other species in nature, like no other species in nature is concerned about shit like B12 or protein or fat or carbs or starch or anything. They just eat what they're supposed to eat. That's it. And the rest is taken care of. That's all you got to do. If you just like learning that shit, then, that's, hey, whatever. Right? But, for me, I don't care about that. Like, I give no thought to any of that at all. One is just, it's too much. It's too much. I can't even prove that B12 is real. How can you prove that B12 is even a real thing? You know what I mean? All you know is that somebody that went to college said it. But they say a lot of shit that's bullshit. They lie a lot. So yeah, I don't even get caught up in that, or I don't give no time or attention to that. I just eat what I'm supposed to eat, which is fruit. I'm good on that. Did I experience any detox, physical or emotional? Hella emotional detox. I feel like I experienced more emotional detox than anything else. I don't go through that anymore. But like during my first year of fruit, which was, I don't even know when it was, maybe like 4 years ago, maybe somewhere around there. I went through hella emotional detoxing back then. And even periods before that, like when I was on the standard American diet and, like I would do fasting, my detoxes were always emotional. I never, like, I've went through like what I consider, more minor types of physical detox. I've never went through any significant physical detox. Like some people, like I hear some people talk about, but the emotional, yeah. I used to go through it. You know, like I would be happy one moment, and this is always if I'm on some type of, like fruit only thing. Like my last time I did this was, I don't know, years ago, a couple years ago, I don't know. But I was doing grapes. And I was on my 14th day of grapes and I was at the beach and I was just having, a blast. Just admiring the beauty of nature. And an emotional detox just hit me out of nowhere. And I mean, it was just like Jekyll and Hyde. I went from just like looking around like, wow, it's so beautiful out here, to just not even wanting to live no more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even exaggerating, to literally not wanting to live no more, not giving a fuck about nothing. And I left the beach and went and got a pizza. Yep. So them emotional detoxes for me was rough. But I feel like I went through all that I needed to go through, and I don't experience it. You know, um, or if I do, like my attitude is just totally different. It's totally different. Like if I am going through it, like it's not throwing me off track no more or anything like that. If anything, I'm grateful for it. You know, I had like some negative shit, you know, um, trying to get me caught up today. And the negative shit I was hearing was legit. It wasn't bullshit. It was legit. And so, the first thing I started doing, I was, like, because I talk back. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what else is true? Shit could be so much worse, you know. And I immediately start talking about my son. Like, I have a healthy son. Shit could be so much worse. The most significant aspects of my life are good. One of them being my son, being healthy, and just being like, I have such a great son. So, boom, I go to things like that. I start talking back and bringing up stuff like that. And then the minor, insignificant shit that, was, being chattered in my head, it just becomes less and less and less significant, to where it just starts sounding stupid. to where I don't even hear it no more. And then I'll be like, no, don't go away. Come back. Come back. Come back. I want some more. Because that's what now I don't know if this is true for everybody. Like, I know, like, I've definitely been in different places in my life where I don't know. I don't know if I've ever, like, the real shit. Like, I feel like all the shit that I've tripped off of was really minor in light of things like my health. If you got your health, you win it. And it's amazing how we could have our health, which is the greatest blessing of all. And you could complain because you just cut open a piece of fruit and it was bad. And now you got to go back to the store and take it back, and you got to pick more fruit. Just an example, like, it could be like the list of trivial shit is endless, right? But now you're not even having a good day because of this, what you consider to be an inconvenience. Meanwhile, you have the greatest blessing of all, and you're not even grateful for it because you're too busy complaining about this stupid shit that's just meaningless. And that scenario, I'm sure, is different for everybody, but the context is pretty much the same. The things that we allow to annoy us, stress us, worry us, is so insignificant in comparison to how bad things could be. And again, like, my health, like, that's my go-to. If I'm ever, like, trying to be tempted to be negative, I'm talking about my health. Like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. I'm healthy. That's the greatest blessing of all. I have the greatest blessings of all. I'm healthy. My son is healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna say fuck everything else, because there are other, like, important things, but I'm just saying, if that's there, I just feel like I could figure out the rest. And I do feel like the rest is, like, very insignificant, regardless of what it is. So does the body, I don't even know what ketosis is. I know you're referring to the keto diet. And I was just learning about the keto diet. I didn't even know what that was. And it was on a live. It might have been my live last night or the night before, where someone had asked, and I went online and, while on the live, and, looked it up, and so I could understand it better. So, I'm just kind of, learning about what that is. So I don't know. I don't know, bro. I just know I feel good. I know I feel good, and I've never felt like I feel eating any other way. So I don't get into all that technical scientific shit, all them big names and all that shit. Like, for me, like, I'm on, like, a preschool level with it. I feel good, doing good then. Eating according to your blood type is some straight up bullshit. That's some straight up bullshit. How do you even know your blood type? You know what I mean? Like, what other species in nature eats according to their blood type? You understand what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just look to nature. Nature reveals the truth. People are full of shit, especially people in the sick care industry, because their agenda, part of their agenda, is to keep people confused about health, about how to be healthy, about how to eat, what to eat, just to keep people confused. How do you find out your blood type? I've never even heard of that shit until recently, eating according to your blood type. You know what I mean? That shit is just stupid. For you to even find out what kind of blood type you have to go to the hospital. They have to take blood out of your body. Then they have to perform tests, and from a statistic, I'm about to look this up and read this to you, because so many people have so much faith in these blood tests. So what percentage of blood tests are inaccurate? About 50 to 60% of all blood tests and skin prick tests will yield a false positive result. So I'm not sure what type of blood test that's referring to, but whatever type of blood test that's okay, so that's referring to allergies to things that you're eating. But if those tests are 50 to 60% inaccurate, how inaccurate are other blood tests? Now, this is from a law firm, and you know they know, because they make money off of suing hospitals. You know what I mean? So, how common is it for blood tests to be wrong? Potentially millions of lab mistakes occur each year. A proactive approach can help lower your risk for misdiagnosis. And to just piggyback on this, last night I was reading about how medical error is the third leading cause of death, responsible for over 250,000 people dying every year. And that's from a 2016 study. So no doubt those numbers are higher, but I haven't been able to find more recent numbers. But one of those reasons for medical error is misdiagnosis. And now when you couple that with how inaccurate the blood tests are, it comes together. Right? So it is estimated that 7 to 10 million patients receive an inaccurate blood test result annually. Approximately 35,000 labs run high complexity tests. So, and that's from a law firm, Heller and Harmon, and I don't know that first name. But yeah. But blood tests, so you go to a hospital to find out what just the very fact that people believe that you don't know how to eat properly without knowing your blood type. Where did the blood type even come from? That shit is man-made. Man created blood types. They created the names and the A positive and whatever they all are. I don't even know what they all are. Right? It's just an invention of man. You know what I mean? That shit is stupid. So you got to go to the hospital. You got to pay for a blood test. And how do you know? You know, when the quack come back with your test results, how do you know that those test results are accurate? How do you know? Even if they say the test result is accurate, how do you know that that's what it really is? Like, there's no way for you to prove the accuracy of it. There's no way for you to confirm it. Yeah, that shit is stupid. What up, Wayne? How can you, bro? Your best shot at getting them on board is to just live it. Live the lifestyle, set the example, you know, just show them, just show them, you know. And best believe that they're going to be watching you. And they may be talking shit, but they are watching you, because inside we all know the truth and they know what you're doing is right. So I hope you're not letting that discourage you or anything, because it's really just a bluff. They really just bluffing. They know what you're doing is right. You know, they would, misery loves company. You know, and they would love to have you back with them being miserable, eating shit that's not even food, eating fucking poison and toxins and drugs and shit, fucking making yourself sick every time you eat, slowly killing yourself. That's what they're doing. And they would love for you to come back and to continue being a part of that. Because when you are not a part of that, then, just your lifestyle can convict them. You understand what I'm saying? They watching you, like you eating fruit, they looking at you. Just the way you live can make them feel convicted, guilty, defensive, because you can't get away from what you're feeling inside. And they will definitely feel uncomfortable when they see you, eating fruit, and they see what they eating. They know they eating bullshit, So that's your best shot. And then if if somebody, I feel like at some point, somebody, if they watch you long enough, somebody gonna get curious and be intrigued and ask questions. So then, are you prepared to answer their questions? Like, are you prepared to explain to them why you eat the way you eat? You know what I mean? Assuming that, I don't know what you're doing exactly. You said switching to this lifestyle. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. I'm assuming you mean eating fruit. So if that's right, then like, are you prepared to talk to one of them about it? And give them some really solid, concrete answers. So that's a really important part of this journey, is learning about why you're doing it. And a lot of people, I feel like most people skip that step. Like, they really don't understand why they're doing it, and by that, part of the why for a lot of people is they want to heal a disease, right? That's part of a lot of people's why, but why do you want to stop eating your favorite things? Like, that's where people's whys are really weak at. And if your whys are weak in those areas, then you're going to end up going back. Why do you want to stop eating this? You love this. You got to have a good answer for that, because if you call yourself trying to eat fruit, then that's going to come up. And it's going to come up a lot. You know, this is your favorite thing. Why you don't want to eat this? It tastes so good. Like, why you don't want it? You're going to have to be able to answer that. And you're going to have to be able to answer it in a way that when you're done talking, that question isn't even being asked no more. You know, so this is why, like, in the watermelon washout, you know, I started teaching a class called Why We Crave. I created a group chat called Cravings, and the idea behind both is to learn about the standard American diet, research. You know, it's like I told them, think about if you started craving, what do you think you would crave? You know, if you got off track, what do you think you would run to? And look up the ingredients in that or those things, and then look up the side effects. And that's how you fight back. That's how you strengthen your whys, your reasons for not eating that shit. You got to know why it's bad for you. First, you got to know it's bad for you. First, you have to know, not just believe. You have to know it's bad for you. And then you have to know why it's bad for you. And then you have to reprogram your mind with those truths. And that's such an important step that it seems like everybody skips, except me. And, you know, I could be wrong. I'm just saying from what I see, you know, like, I've been studying, that's the standard American, like, I still study it, like, I still research, you know, I'm still strengthening my whys, you know, regarding why I don't want to eat those things that I loved eating. Like, your why can never be too strong. You know, you can never have too many whys. You know, and that's just a part that, like, in the group chat, like, nobody like, they started off in the beginning, you know, like, looking things up, and, like, it just stopped fast. Like, nobody's doing shit. You know what I mean? And then on the group, the Zoom class, when I teach it, out of the 135 people in the group, well, no, not in the group, but I believe the 35 VIP members in the group that can come to the class, you know, like, like, now, like, I'd be having, like, one person. Like, my Zoom class, my Why We Crave, end up just turning into a one-on-one coaching session. So nobody's interested in that. And it's like, it's definitely one of the most important things that you need to know. And I could definitely say it's a big reason why I don't struggle in this lifestyle. It's a big reason why I'm not tempted. Like, I don't crave. It's too much truth. I have too much truth in me. I can't crave that. Like, I know too much. So I'm behind on y'all's comments. I didn't even realize y'all were commenting. What's up, Gordon? How you doing, my brother? Yeah, do what Sarah said. Hit the likes for the algorithm. Help the algorithm. Yeah, that's right, Sarah. That's right. I've been doing that shit for over a decade. Over a decade. And you going down a rabbit hole if you decide to do that. Everything I like, it started off. Look, now I look up the ingredients in everything. Like, well, now I'm not eating anything with ingredients, or drinking any. Well, I don't drink anything at all anymore. Like, I don't even drink anymore. I just eat fruit now. I haven't drank anything at all in probably close to 4 months. Like nothing. Um, but when I was eating things with ingredients and drinking things with ingredients, I would look up the ingredients in everything I was eating and everything I was drinking. I started looking up the ingredients in the lotions I was using. That's why I stopped using lotion. I was looking up the ingredients in the like I used to wear cologne. I don't wear that shit no more after looking up the ingredients. And that one you got to go online because they don't put the ingredients on the bottles. Um, Shampoos, I stopped using. Well, I got a decent soap that I use sometimes, like when I get my hair retwisted. But I started looking at the ingredients in shampoos. When I used to use soap, I don't use soap at all, like for my body. And I was looking up the ingredients in the soaps, um, the washing detergent, laundry detergent, the dish detergent, like everything. The like cleaning supplies for your house, everything. I'm reading the ingredients and everything. I'm looking for the ingredients. I don't care what it is. And it started with me doing it with what I was eating and drinking. And it's just like, well, shit, if they doing this to what they're selling us to eat, then no doubt they're doing it to everything else. And they are. And it just accumulates. It's just poison and poison on top of poison on top of poison on top of poison, and you're breathing it in, and you're eating it, and you're putting it on your skin, and you're drinking it, and you're washing your hair with it, you're washing your body with it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that shit accumulates. Of course, there isn't enough in any one of these products to like have any adverse effects on you like immediately. But over time, it does. And this is why so many people are sick. And then, the thing is like, how do you even trace it? Because your washing powder is poisonous, your dish detergent is poisonous, your soap is poison, like your cleaning supplies, what you clean the house with is poisonous, what you clean the mirrors with is poison, what you mop the floor with is poison, what you wipe the tables down with is poison. Like everything has poisons in it. Everything is toxic. So Yeah, you don't have to die from nothing. She loves Cam. That's bullshit. But see, if you believe that, then you're not going to fight for your health. If you believe that toxic shit, you're not going to fight to be healthy. It's like, why try? If you got to die from something, so if you got to go out suffering, then shit, why even try to be healthy? If you got to die from something anyway. Yeah, that's not true. Oh, yep, the toothpaste, that's another one, acoustic. Yep. But yeah, you don't have to die from nothing. You could die peacefully, no pain, no sickness, no disease, in excellent health. You could just leave the body. Yeah, I haven't took a shower. I can't even tell you the last time I took a shower. Like, it's been years. It's probably been about 2 years since I took a shower and took some soap and scrubbed my body down with some soap. It's probably been about 2 years. But see, that's something, when you eat right, a shower is optional. But like, think about this. I was just telling somebody this, because people think you need to shower. People think showering is so important, right? Blah, 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 blah. But when you really think about it, like, what does showering really do to you? It might get some surface dirt off of your skin. But you can shower, you can soap your body down, get out, and you're going to still stink if you don't put on deodorant, which is also toxic. You have to put on deodorant. Without the deodorant, the shower does you no good. Without the deodorant, the soap does you no good. And like I've said this before, and people will say, well, you shower to get, bacteria off your skin. It's like, shut the fuck up. You are not thinking about no motherfucking bacteria when you get in the shower. You thinking like, damn, I stink, or I don't want to stink. And so you get in the shower because you stink. You ain't thinking about no goddamn bacteria. What do the bacteria even look like? But you know that you stink. You know that you stink. That's what you know. And you know that if you don't, like, really, like, you don't even have to get in a shower. Like, you could just put the deodorant on, because it's the deodorant. And the deodorant doesn't stop you from stinking. It just traps the smell, the odors, those toxins inside your body so they can't come out. You understand what I'm saying? That's what deodorant does. That's the only reason you don't stink, because the smell can't get out, because you put this toxic layer of chemicals, you cake that shit up under your arm, and the smell is just trapped inside of the body. That's the only reason people with body odor don't stink. It's not that they address the situation. It's not even that they don't stink, because they do. They've just put this layer of chemicals on so the smell just can't come out. Like, it's trying to come out, but it's like you put a lid on it. Like, nope, you can't come out. And people just do that every single day. Like, the toxins, that's one way that your body detoxes. And your body's trying to detox, and you're trapping the toxins in. and nobody's addressing the real issue, which is poor hygiene. And poor hygiene has nothing to do with showering. It has everything to do with what you put in your body, what you eat and drink. So I mean, like, if you look at my face, I get a lot of compliments on my skin, and I haven't washed my face. I can't even tell you when. At least a year. I know it's been at least a year. It's probably been close to a couple. I don't know. It's been a long ass time, I can tell you that. And I get hella compliments on my skin. And people tell me that, like, I'm glowing all the time. People tell me I'm aging backwards all the time. But even if people didn't tell me, I see it in myself. So I like the path that I'm on. And I don't stink for real. Like, I don't stink for real. Because I don't use deodorant. Like, I haven't used the deodorant, and I can't tell you how long. Again, that's something else. I don't know how long it's been. So yeah. I feel like, man, let me see. Am I missing out on Facebook? Is Facebook message? Not that. Where's my... I'm not even seeing... Where's my live on Facebook? Oh, there we go. Wow, there's nobody commented from Facebook. Oh, it started all over. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, so there's just... Okay. No, it's saying I got 50 comments on Facebook. It's not letting me see... Like, Facebook is not letting me see my comments. I knew it was a little quiet on Facebook. This fucking yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can't see y'all Facebook. I can't see y'all. The only people that I can see is YouTube. I was seeing Facebook earlier. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe if I let me try. What the fuck just happened? Motherfucker. I'm about to get off of here anyway though, because I know I'm coming up on 2 hours. I am coming up on 2 hours. And so there we go. I had to go out of Facebook and come back in. Now I see y'all. But I'm gonna go through the comments on Facebook. Yeah, that was damn. I see y'all now on Facebook, Jamia. I saw you earlier, and then I wasn't seeing your comments no more. I seen Ashleah earlier, And then it just stopped showing me the comments. What's up, Doc LaBash? Saya, what's up, Saya? Yeah, but we basically at 2 hours, man. But I'm about to James, what's up, my brother? Motor City is watching. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. No, I don't use anything, Sarah. I don't use anything. Lime was actually the last thing that I used as deodorant um, when I was transitioning onto fruit. So in the beginning of me eating fruit, I was still that's what I would use. I was using lime. And then I just got to a point to where I didn't need to use it no more. Damn, that's what's up, Gordon. You fucking crushed it on that watermelon juice, though, with the 100 days, brother. Salute for that. Do I do lymphatic? Yeah, salute for that. What do you think happened? Like, how did you fall off? People like, it's interesting. Like, I mean, shit, I ate fruit for a whole year and fell off. So, you know, don't get cocky. And I'm not saying you got cocky or anything. I'm just saying, like, people get cocky sometimes, because they have a little bit of success. Like, I've had clients that have gotten cocky, because they had some success. It's like you have 20 days, 30 days of success, and you think you're invincible, but you forget that you've been eating standard American diet for 30, 40 years. Like all your life, basically. And so you have like 30 days of success, like that ain't shit. And people like they'll start putting themselves in compromising situations thinking they're strong enough to be in it because they're not ready to just pick a side. And so they're trying to play like both sides. They're trying to eat just fruit, but they also want to hang out with people that eat the standard American diet because they're family or because they're friends. And they think they could go where they go and sit down and watch them eat things that they still love, but they just haven't eaten in the past 30 days. Yeah, you can't, I mean, you can do that if you want, but you playing with fire, and it's just not gonna go well. It's just not. It never does. I don't even do that shit. And I mean, I'm doing really well in my journey. And I wouldn't put myself in, a compromising situation. You know, I just know better. So, yeah. Do you do lymphatic drainage during your fast? I don't even know what that is. I thought by that you just meant like, like your nose running or something. Until you said it's amazing having it done at a spa. Like, I have no idea what that is. I might look into that though. Hey Sarah, you be hungry eating fruit. There's some fruits that you can eat that are more filling. You know, try eating some of those. Like nuts are very filling. Avocado, if you like avocado, if you can eat that, very filling. Even bananas are filling. Durian, if you could get durian, I find mangoes to be filling, and even grapes. Like, I find grapes to be filling too. you know so there's which that being hungry eating food, like I've been through that period, and that's what I would do. I would just go to the more filling fruits, you know and you go through that period while your body is just adjusting to your new lifestyle, you know and eventually it'll get acclimated and get really, what it's really doing is like being restored back to factory settings. That's what's really going on. But yeah, so on that note, y'all, because I am coming up on the 2 hour mark, and I still got some shit to do. I still got to work out, um, and some other things I want to do. But yeah, it was great again. It's always great coming on live. Tomorrow, um, because tomorrow we have our Zoom class or Zoom meeting in the watermelon washout. That's at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And Monday, I have an engagement at about 8:30. I'm pretty sure on Monday. So, but I'm striving to keep this going. So tomorrow, I don't know. I may take a day off though. I don't know. We'll see. But if I do come on here tomorrow, it'll be 6 o'clock as well as Monday. It's not for sure. I'm not saying that like for sure. And before I get off of here, I just want to remind you, this Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Shay Marshall, author of the 3F Effect, author of Flush to Jump, and creator of Eat to Grow Rich. She's a PhD wellness coach, and she does a lot of shit. She's involved with a lot of shit. And she's actually one of my clients, and she's a pretty dope person. She's a pretty dope person. And like, I've never interviewed anybody before, but my first time just listening to her talk, I just thought it would be a good idea. I really feel like a lot of people could benefit from hearing her story, because she has a story, like we all do, right? We all got a story. And she communicates very well. She's very articulate. So yeah, tune in for that this Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're streaming live, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we're streaming live because I like it raw, unedited, uncensored, and there was another one. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, on that note, everybody have a great night. It was great talking to y'all. It was great answering y'all questions. And yeah, I'll see y'all around probably tomorrow.